So when you're learning gaits and track patterns, so the best thing to do is to just come up with 50 gaits and track patterns. Just burn through them. See how many you can invent and identify. Let's give that a shot. It's always a good idea to create a baseline. So let's just do a gentle, slow walk. Gonna take my time. All right, that's pretty good right there. So we've created our baseline. Let's just take a look at that sole. It's a little hard to see, but there's a bit of a waffle pattern, some hexagonal design on my foot. Just key your eye into that so you can follow the tracks. Notice that there is toe pitch. Toe pitch is the width of the center of the toe from the center of the line of travel. You'll see that's on both tracks. For my slow walk, I've got quite a bit of toe pitch. We've got straddle. Straddle is the width between the right foot, or the heel on the right foot, and the heel on the left foot. You'll notice that that is actually a little bit negative. So I've got a little bit of a negative straddle. That one right there looks like zero straddle. Let's go ahead and follow these tracks. And look at that, a nice easy stroll. So that first walk we could call a stroll, a walk without a purpose. Let's do a walk with a purpose. I'm going somewhere to meet someone, to get something. I have an intent. Let's go. This requires a little bit of imagination and improv on your part to generate these track patterns authentically. Now let's look at that line of tracks. You can see the hexagonal design I made. Again, this is a walk with intent. You'll notice the toe pitch is sucked in a little bit. Whoa, that straddle has become even more negative. In fact, the right side of the heel comes pretty close on the right foot with lining up against the left side of the left heel. So you can see how the track pattern shifts. We got our right, we got our left, we got our right. There we go. All right, so that's two track patterns, so two different gaits. A slow walk and a walk with a purpose. Let's try a walk where I become unsure, right? Maybe I'm walking with an intent, but suddenly I'm not quite sure where I'm going, and then I figure it out again. So walking with intent, I'm pretty sure where I'm going, but wait a minute, now I'm not so sure. Oh wait, no, I think I know where I'm going. All right, let's check out that line of tracks I made. Again, here we have our walk with intent. We see that narrow straddle. What I like to do oftentimes, just when I'm eyeballing tracks, is measure the stride length in accordance with how many foot lengths. It's just instead of whipping out the tape measure, if you're just sort of practicing out here, it can give you like a sense, just a thumbnail sense of where things are at. So what we've got, a foot and a half from between the right foot, or the left foot and the right foot, just distance there. So let's keep looking at that. There we go. Oh, but wait, something's happened. In fact, you can see right there what was formerly a foot length and more is now decreased to a fraction of a foot length. That's like a 3/4 foot length. Even right here, you can see where it started to slow down, right? So this must have been where I lost a little bit of that intent and energy. And then again, very short there. Oh, and then now it's starting to widen up again, and then now we're at full speed. So another track pattern, a little moment of unsureness. So I think that's got us at 3 different track patterns. Let's try a fourth. Let's do hearing somebody call my name behind me, or for whatever reason, I'm going to do a walk with an intent, and I'm going to turn around and look behind me. So I'm walking, and someone calls my name. Oh, hey, who's that? Oh, okay, wave at them and then keep going. Let's check those tracks out. There we go. We're actually starting to see a little bit of a toe drag there, a change in substrate. So walking with intent. Oh, and then something has happened here. If you're a fan of pressure releases, you'll notice this turn right here. This little toe disc, of course, is going to announce that change in the track pattern. So left foot goes here, right foot over here, and then we've got a backwards walk for a little bit, and then a swing of this right foot to there. Notice the heel doesn't even really come down, and again there's that press release action with the dish, and we're back in business, right? Let's try another one. I we'll call the spot search. Okay, so I'm going to pick up an item. Let's say this. We're going to pretend it's nighttime and that I'm walking along a trail. And for whatever reason, this little precious item I drop, and it's gone. And I realize that, where did it go? Okay, I walk around. I realize I must have dropped it right back in here somewhere. Of course, don't tell anyone there it is, but I'm looking. I'm pretty sure, I know I must have dropped it right here. Had to have dropped it right here. Had to have, there it is. Okay, picked it up and back on my way. Okay, so let's check that out. Let's see how that reads as a track pattern. So here we got my walk with intent again. And oh wow, look at this. Got a storm of tracks. And you'll notice they swivel around. They're all kind of pointing at the central location, right? They're not going wildly out that way or that way. They're almost like spiraling. You can see it. Now, we're not reading it track by track. We're reading what you would call the cluster track, right? The overall look of the track. And so there's a line, a bubble of activity, and then actually you can see a going, a coming back, and a going. So there's actually 3 sets of tracks up there. So it's skinny at this end, thick in the middle, and then there's going to be like 3 or more sets of tracks out there because I've gone away, I've come back, and I've gone again, right? So that is what a spot search looks like. Now let's try a orienting track pattern, right? So this would be if I momentarily became unsure exactly what trail I was on, or if I should be taking a left turn or a right turn. Okay, so walking along, and then wait a minute, am I over there? Wait, did the trail go that way? Well, I'm pretty sure I'm on the right trail, so let's keep walking. All right, so let's check out that trail pattern again. This is me. Notice the waffle pattern. Ignore the trail of me coming back. So I'm walking along, again, a walk with intent. Now here's where it gets interesting. The trail starts to curve a little bit. And if I look up ahead, I can see this S pattern, right? So as I'm looking for like left side of the trail and right side of the trail, I'm not going to have a straight line and just have my feet swivel in place. You'll notice this S pattern is created just by the intent of looking that way and looking right and left while moving forward, right? I can't help but make that S. So that went pretty fast. I'm pretty sure that was 5 different track patterns. We had a couple of gaits in there, a slow walk, a fast walk. We had some hesitation movements, a couple of different searches. 5 track patterns, that's 1/10 of the way to 50. You see how quickly this goes. Just use your imagination a little bit. Pull a friend in, get them to test you. It's nice to not do like crazy tracks where you're jumping and hopping like a frog. I mean, that's fine, but think about start with common scenarios that you're likely to see tracking another human being on a trail, in a search, right? Look for common, relatively simple to read stuff, and then make it more and more challenging, more and more noisy. All right, have fun. Maybe in our next video we'll do some falls.